Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here with the next round of the RU Open. Today I'm playing versus Drax, and let's just get right into it. So, he has a Moltres on his team. Unfortunate. My Cresselia is very good versus him. E2. Cresselia is very good versus him. So is Gator. Gator can kind of just win. He does have Toxic Oak, obviously, to deal with that. Let me just ignore spectators, if anything. Wow, Moltres is a huge threat. Especially with Scarf. Durant is really good as well versus him early on. I'm gonna lead off with Durant because I think it forces Moltres to use one of its attacks. Like if he leads off a Gligar, that's fine because I can Hone Claws up here, and I force Moltres to use one of its attacks. Let me just calc how much Earthquake actually does to me. Because he has Bronzong and Gligar, I think this might actually just be Defog, just straight up. +1. Gligar. He doesn't do enough to me. Yeah, and I can 2 KO him, so I'm gonna go for Hone Claws immediately. Raise my accuracy. As he goes for U-turn. I'm assuming it might be Scarf Moltres then? Hopefully not. If he goes Bronzong, I get to crunch that. U-turn Roost, I'm gonna say Defog Earthquake. Because I'm thinking that's Rocks on Bronzong. He goes directly into Moltres. I'm so willing to risk this. If he's not Scarf, I'm so willing to risk this. But it should be Scarf. Scarf is the one that's run on Moltres. I'm gonna go Rhyperior. As he misses Fire Blast, so I don't get to find out any information from that. But I do get up my rocks here. Even if he has Will-O-Wisp, that's fine. He should go Gligar always. Yep. Should always go Gligar. We can just Ice Punch. As he goes for U-turn immediately instead of defogging. So I keep up rocks, and we get him in versus Bronzor. Now Bronzor could have Psywave. I kind of doubt it has HP Fire. I also want to avoid a Toxic, so I'm gonna go directly into Durant right here. With rocks up, we pressure Moltres. Yeah. Exactly. With rocks up, we pressure Moltres, and we also get off a Hone Claws here, which is really nice. Once again, if Moltres wants to come out, then it takes that damage. I should be able to knock out Feraligatr after rocks. Like I said, Durant does so much, and I can always Z Parting Shot into it later and have it put in some work. I'm assuming he's replying to somebody saying open. That Fire Blast miss sucked, though, because I could have gained some information off of it. Like, goes directly in the Gligar. Just fine. Like I said, I do 2 KO him, and Ironhead also does have that chance to flinch, so I'm going to go right for that. It's my best play regardless, as we are able to get up the Defog. And I really want a Thunder Fang here. But I think Ironhead is just my best play. Yeah, I wanted to Thunder Fang on the incoming Moltres, but I still think this was just my best play. That does so much damage. So once I get up rocks, even if he goes Gligar, like I'll always go Rhyperior here, because HP Grass doesn't knock me out from Scarf Moltres anyway. As he goes for U-turn, yeah. He gets in Gligar. The thing is, it's not worth risking just this second anyway. It's not worth risking at this point. Later I can risk it, because if he gets up rocks, I get up rocks too. Like, basically, Scarf Moltres is no longer switching to Durant ever, and I don't ever have to click Thunder Fang except versus Feraligatr, which is just about to come out. So this is definitely a huge threat to me. We're going to go directly into my Persian, excuse me, because I can take a hit and smack him with Foul Play as well. I also prevent something from... I also prevent... what's it called? I also prevent Gligar from roosting, as well as the fact that I prevent Bronzong from getting up hazards versus me. So yeah. Goes Gligar. I get a crit. Didn't matter. I can taunt right here. Prevent him from roosting. If he wants to U-turn, good play. This man is all about momentum. If he goes Moltres, I'm going to go for Ice Punch with my Rhyperior. That way I don't allow Gligar to come in. I could see him U-turning, but it won't knock me out. We're going to go Rhyperior, and we're going to... Because I want to keep Persian alive. We're going to go Rhyperior, and we're going to go for Ice Punch. Because that does not allow Gligar to come in on me, and it will be able to knock him out. If he goes for U-turn, good play, but then I get to bring in a Durant again later. I don't think he'd U-turn, though, just based on the fact that it doesn't do any damage. Yeah, he Fire Blasts. And doesn't burn me immediately. Nice. So we're going to Ice Punch here, because it does hit Gligar if he wants to risk that. And we are able to knock it out, which means that when I get up my rocks, which I do pretty easily, I want to say, versus Bronzong, I'll be good to go. So, goes Gator. We're going to make the hard into Shaman play, because we are Scarf. Yeah, I figured at this point you'd start Dragon Dancing because my Persian is weakened. And we'll go right for the Scarf Seed Flare. Bronzong is going to come out. Which is, again, very smart, but this gives me rocks up with my Rhyperior, which is what I wanted. And Rhyperior with rocks mean that Moltres is no longer a switch-in at all. I don't have to worry about that for Shaman. It doubles out into Gator, more than likely just to go for Waterfall. Very good play on his part. If he goes for Ice Punch, still good play. There's no point in predicting at this point. I'll just click Seed Flare always. Especially because he goes Moltres. So I don't get the Spadef drop, and U-turn is definitely a possible play he could make. Cresselia is still very good in this because it beats Bronzong, beats Toxicroak. Snorlax is just the biggest threat right now that I'm worried about. If I were him, I'd U-turn, but because I don't have enough Seed Flares, I'm a sack Persian because it also prevents Gator from coming out. Yeah, nice. Prevents Gator from coming out, or at least getting off damage on me. I can always Parting Shot versus everything that he brings in. And I can Toxic Snorlax if he goes out to that. If he goes Bronzong, I'm gonna get up my rocks right here, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I will get up rocks. And what I will actually do is Parting Shot if he goes Toxicroak. If he goes Snorlax, I'm definitely gonna go for Toxic and put him on a timer, because if he is the Figgy Berry set that's running around, then me putting him in that timer with Toxic means that Cresselia can win in the late game. And like I said, Cresselia is very good in this game. It's very, very good. Very good in this game. Extremely good in this game. He's playing his momentum Mons well, though. Like, he's using Moltres really well to gain momentum, and I'm trying to limit the amount that he gains per turn. Which is why I make the Persian play there. Yeah, there's Toxicroak. Just a little Parting Shot. Easy Parting Shot right now. Right out to Rhyperior when we finally get up our rocks. I definitely don't die to a Drain Punch. Now we'll get up these rocks here from Moltres. Yep. I eat that up. We knock out Moltres, and I'm out of range of the next one. I'm pretty sure he's Z-move Poison. Fortunately for me, he does get the roll right there. I'm gonna go Shaman and just Psychic. Earth Power doesn't knock him out, so he should know that. He should know that Earth Power doesn't knock him out. He does make the Bronzong play. Very, very solid play on his part. And what I can do is go Persian if he wants to get up rocks first, and Z Parting Shot into my Durant, allowing me to set up a Home Claws and I think win the game because Moltres goes down to rocks. Yeah. So this allows me to Z Parting Shot. That doesn't matter because this breaks. Does it not? It doesn't break Protect? Are you kidding me? I didn't know that didn't break Protect. I didn't know because... I mean, I'm still good to go. Like, I still have Durant right here, but I didn't know that didn't break Protect. If I would have known, I wouldn't have used it right there. I would have foul played first. But because he does have Gyro Ball, I should be good to go as well. Because I'll still just set up right now. Sacks Moltres. I get my Home Claws. This means that my Thunder Fang will not miss. And I can also knock out Gator. I really didn't know, though. That's crazy. And if he goes Snorlax now, then that lets my Cresselia set up after. So you learn something new every day. Because I thought because it was a Z move, it would go through Protect. Oh, that's good to know. That's really good to know. What I wanted to do was keep my Snorlax, my Durant healthy, that way Snorlax couldn't do anything to me. But unless he has Fire Punch on it anyway, I'm good. And again, having that accuracy, having that +1 Thunder Fang, Life Orb, Hustle boosted, for Alligator is definitely going down. Toxicroak goes down to Iron Head. I'd live Sucker Punch. Gator, if it's Dragon Dance, it doesn't run Aqua Jet. Only Swords Dance runs Aqua Jet. Let's see. Snorlax. Alright, the 74 to 88%. And that's if he's running this exact EV spread. If he's not, I knock him out. Anyway, like I always said, Durant was going to put in a lot of work, and I can always Healing Wish it back later. If necessary. I'm glad I got off the foul play damage on Bronzong, though. That's going to help later with Cresselia. I mean, Cresselia sets up on it regardless. Does not care. I think he has to go Lax here. What other set do people run? Yeah, this doesn't kill Lax. But does Lax kill me back? He goes Toxicroak, which definitely dies to Iron Head. Sucker Punch doesn't do enough to me, right? It's not Life Orb, so... Does he even have Sucker Punch? He might not even have it. Alright, he has it. But we knock out Toxicroak, great. Still have that Thunder Fang for, I still have that Thunder Fang for Bronzong and for, well, mainly for Alligator. And if he goes Lax, then this is game for my own Gator, because I get to set up on him. And I knock out Bronzong. He goes Gator first, great. This is 101% accurate, so we'll definitely connect. We knock out Gator there, Giant Threat gone. I can always Healing Wish back up this Mon if I need to. Snorlax is going to come out. Iron Head knocks him out because he's an offensive variant, or a different variant than the one that we normally see, I guess. And yeah, so Durant put in work in that first game. That's the game plan I was going for the entire time. All I needed was that hit on Moltres and Stealth Rock. I was, of course, a little bit misinformed on how Z Parting Shot will work. I thought because Z moves go through Protect, maybe that will work through Protect too. But we're able to get that first game, which is really nice. Let's see what I want to use next. I think Specs Como is what I want to use now. I like Specs Como. So we're going to load up with this Specs Como. And the fact that I have Psywave over what he had. Let me just make sure I have all of my EVs. I think I should still use the same team, to be honest, but it's fine. Let me run up the Specs Como. Alright, so he has Gator, which is a threat, man, to say the least. That is a huge threat versus me, man. Dragon Dance Flygon is pretty good. Gligar is really set up unless it's toxic. I feel like the last team with Subcom Minecraft would have been good, but except for Cavalier, obviously. I'll leave Bronze on because it matches up well versus everything, but I want to say Sharpedo. And yeah, this will hurt, but I do want my rocks up early. Oh man, what is that damage? Bronze on custom set. That's definitely not, I don't think that's Bandit damage. Bandit would have done a lot more. Yep, that's just some sort of an SD set, which is fine. I can go out to Quillfish now as he does Pursuit Me. Very, very, very good play on his part. Very, very, very good play on his part. Definitely. We're faster than Gligar, right? Gligar runs 206 speed. So I go up a Spike here. We're going to be pressuring the Sharpedo, which is Life Orb. We're going to be pressuring, it's not Mega Sharpedo, obviously it's Life Orb. That's something to note, I forgot about. But we're going to be pressuring our Sharpedo. We're going to be pressuring Gligar. It's not going to be able to get any hazard versus me. Or Defog, which is what I want. Directly into Dragalge is a good play. But we can go out to Bronzong as fodder. If he wants to get up a T-Spike, I absorb that later. If he wants to go for Sludge Wave, that's fine as well. Do I have Ice Fang on my... Yeah, drops a Draco. That might be Specs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Aerodactyl, and I'm going to Ice Fang right here on the Gligar. Though I could Stone Edge. I'm Ice Fang directly on Gligar. I guess you can make a Scavalier, but because I could be Life Orb, Arrow, or Earthquake, I think I'd fear Life Orb, Arrow, or Earthquake, which is why I want Ice Fang right now. Even if he stays in, like, I don't think he would. He could go a Scavalier, but a Scavalier does not take 2 Life Orb, or Life Orb, Earthquake into Life Orb. I don't think a Scavalier takes Life Orb, Earthquake into Life Orb, Stone Edge. So, if I were him, I would always go Gligar and try and defog. Also avoid an Earthquake. But yeah, Dragalge being weakened is nice. Taking that chip. I gotta get rid of Florges, obviously. How much do I even do to, how much does my Aerodactyl even do to Gligar? It should 2 KO, obviously. 45 to 54. That's not bad damage. Directly into a Scavalier. Wow, he got me. Directly into a Scavalier. I guess he could pursue here if he wants to, but I can always double out into my Quillfish. I see him doubling. I definitely see him doubling out into Dragalge right now. I definitely see him doubling out into Dragalge right now. How much do I do to Dragalge? Dragalge. Oh, that's a good 2 KO. I know he's gonna, because the thing is, he doesn't have to double right here. He could make the, I want to double Ice Fang so badly, because I have Quillfish as a switch in. I want to double, I think I'm gonna call the play. Like, I'm gonna call either his double into Dragalge, and this will 2 KO it / get it rid of, or the, Quillfish is so obvious, and he looks like the type of player that would double. I'm gonna do it. Crap, man. Alright, so I'm wrong. As he knocks me out with Iron Head. Yeah, I see, like, that, that was a safe play for him, which is why I thought, because Quillfish was so obvious as a switch in, but this obviously hurts me a lot. Because he can just Draco again. I still have a chance with Dragon Dance, I definitely still have a chance with Dragon Dance Flygon. Yeah, this Draco gonna hurt. Then I have no more switch-ins to this Cavalier. I'm just gonna boom. I don't have a switch-in anyway. At least I get rid of Dragalge right there, which is definitely what I wanted. We can go Flygon and just try Dragon Dancing up, because Escavalier dies to +1 Earthquake. Florges dies to +1 Iron Tail. It depends on like the Gligar set, but Dragon Dancing up with Flygon seems to be my best bet. I should have went Quillfish there and then doubled, predicting Dragalge. But I think either way it was like a 50-50 at that point. I think I'm gonna go back to the first team though, because Durant just puts in so much work, dude. It's just so good. And Gator, look at Gator versus this team, man. Like, Dragalge went down. That had to be Specs Dragalge too. Dragalge went down. Directly in the Florges he goes. Let me just calc Z Iron Tail. Wait, I'm at Dragonium? I am Dragonium Z. Oh, okay, so that makes it better, for at least in that case. We're going to go Shaman here. Yeah, we're going to go Shaman. And just attempt to weaken him. I didn't realize I was Dragonium Z. That makes it a little bit easier. That's in some points anyway. So Elite Sheet is relatively safe here. If he wants to Combine up, I always do have the Iron Tail as well. And the fact that I do have the chance of dropping his Spadef, which I will go for. That don't matter. I need some Spadef drops. This is what C-Flare does. There we go. There we go. So we'll do a considerable amount more, and he can try and stall me out with this. I don't mind this Mon going down, which is what I like. I really want Florges to go down. He could also go Escavalier if he wants to at some point. He's smart to save Gligar for Flygon. But if I get rid of this, I also just spam Clanging Scales with my Como, which is good and bad. This is gonna be a tough end game, I think. But I think Shaman definitely can do it, especially if it keeps, you know, dropping and whatnot, which is what I needed to do. How much does Iron Tail do to Florges? 46 to 54. All right, that's good to know. Just regular Iron Tail does 46 to 54%. So if I keep him low, I'll be okay. If he goes Gligar right now, that'd be best case scenario for me. If he goes Escavalier, I would need a Spadef drop so I can actually do some damage to him, but that would still be really good. I guess the special attack drop. This is a 30% chance to flinch, so we'll go for this. No! This is definitely not good. So he can knock me out with the next one, assuming, I know he knows that, so I'm actually going to go for Protect. That way he can't knock me out, and I can try and go for some more drops on the Florges. At least keep it low. Because I need to keep Florges relatively low, that way I can at least revenge kill it with Flygon's Iron Tail. Do I have Flash Cannon on my Como? I do. This needs to start. Oh, there's the. I'm going there. I can still set up with Flygon though. So it's not over. It's definitely not over. Especially because I just get to click Splash Cannon now. He knocks me out, but he only has 4 synthesis left, and he can't stall me out with the fact that if he switches out now, basically, he's in range of Iron Tail, unboosted. If he stays in, I don't think I knock him out. And I think that Sharpedo wins the game with its Life Orb hit, but ideally we do. Yep. So he knocks me out, but I do keep him out of range of, or I do keep him rather in range of Earthquake, which is good. Yeah, I do keep him in range of Earthquake. Flurries goes down. I wish I had a Pangoro, dude. SD Pangoro. Do I have any SD Pangoro teams? I do not. Shaman comes out. I have to dodge. Yeah, I have to dodge a Seed Flare if anything. I live 1, but that's not enough. Because Gligar comes out. Like, I knock out Shaman here, but Gligar gets to come out. And unless Gligar literally cannot touch me, I lose. Like, Gligar has to literally not be able to touch me. And if that's the case, I'm going to have to go for Dragon Dance here. And hope he doesn't. Good game. Alright. So, game 3. I really liked this team versus that. He hasn't used Pangoro yet, so I'm actually going to make this Hidden Power Fire. It might be the wrong call, but because he hasn't used Pangoro yet and he has shown a Escavalier, I really want to make this Hidden Power Fire. Let's see how much it does to Escavalier. That's decent damage. Now, the point of Moonblast was that it actually knocked them out. Gatorant. Yeah, I'm making a Hidden Power Fire for this game. If I regret that, then so be it. If I regret it, so be it. And I think what I want to do is make it Psyshock instead of... No, Psychic is there for Gligar and whatnot. If I regret it, so be it. Are you... Yeah. Alright, so I don't regret it. I don't necessarily regret it in this game, though. It would be nice to have it. Oko's Durant, which is really good. Okoing Durant is really nice. Yeah, I don't regret it in this game. Nah, I definitely don't. Because Cresselia just wins on its own. Have fun. So this is game 3. And knocking out Durant is just huge. Huge. Rhyperior gets up rocks early. Need that for Moltres. And this Rhyperior also gives me a good lead versus potentially Durant as well as Tyrantrum. Tyrantrum is very threatening. But my Cresselia is faster than Durant. And I can sub versus Gligar too. I also knock out Durant in one hit with HP Fire, and Durant has to land its attack. So Calm Mind Slowking could be a problem. I'm hoping it's Assault Vest. But Gator just wins at +1 as well. That's another mon that can win at +1. So I want to lead Rhyperior. It just matches up well versus Tyrantrum as a lead. He leads Slowking, which matches up well versus my entire team as a lead. So very smart on his part. I'm going to go directly into Shaman here. On his Scald. As he gets the burn. And what I actually want to do is double out into my Persian. Let's see if he opts to stand. If he does, then I know that he is Assault Vest. But he goes Bronzong, which is fine. This gives me a taunt. Still gives me a taunt, which I don't mind much. I'm always going for taunt here. Doesn't matter if he went Gligar. Is he Defog? Yep, if he's Defog because he has Moltres, he is now on a timer, which means that Cresselia beats that thing easier. I will take that. I definitely take that right now. Definitely take that right now. So Moltres could definitely come out, and I can see it going for HP Grass. I'm just glad that Gligar is now on a timer. Once I get in Cresselia safely, it's going to be so good. We're going to be good to go once I get in Cresselia safely. If I can Toxic Slowking, that'd also be great. If he actually goes Slowking, I'm cooking Toxic. But because it is default Gligar, it can't have immunity. Moltres comes out, which is definitely going to go for a fire move. He could go for HP Grass, but I'm always going to make the Rhyperior play. As he goes right for U-turn. And it's Life Orb Moltres. Oh, okay, that's good to know. It's not Scarf this game. Not Scarf this game. We'll make the Persian play. Yep. That has to be AV. That's AV. For sure. If it's Scald Fire Blast, it's definitely AV. And I'm going to Parting Shot now. Because he can't touch. He can Scald Burn me, though. So I got to be careful. If he would have Toxic. He was about to give me a Toxic on. That's crazy. I'm going to double out to Persian right here. If he wants to go for that Fire Blast / go Moltres. And this gives me... Because I see him U-turning here, I'm actually going to go for Toxic and land it on Moltres. I'm trying to set up for Cresselia. So by me being able to land these Toxic on the huge threats that he has, it works out for me. Especially because if he goes Gligar, I get a Parting Shot anyway. So landing that Toxic on Moltres is great. Landing it on him is fine. Tyrantrum comes out. More than likely Scarf. I'll make the Rhyperior play. Though I want to find out if he's Scarf though. I'm Parting Shot. As he doubles out to Slowking. Great. I think it's time to try and go Gator. Because the main reason I'm doing this is because unless he Scald Burns me or has Dragon Tail, I'm good. We'll see if he has Dragon Tail right here. He does have Dragon Tail as his last move, alright. Durant comes in though. Oh, my boy Kevin. Boy, do I want to stay in because Crunch knocks him out. It should knock him out. Is he running my set? Durant. Slowking. $89 to $106. It's not time yet. 101 to 108 is really good damage though. This mon's just too good. I'm going for it. It's worth it right now. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Because I get to go Cresselia and sub. That brings in Durant, and I can HP Fire that thing. Or if he goes Bronzong, that's fine too. Because we start getting Combine Boost, which helped me beat on Moltres. It is time. It is time. And he has to land, and I have the HP Fire. We are good to go. That's, like I said, and he has to land. So we beat Durant. That absolutely sucks. I know that's devastating. That is absolutely devastating for my opponent. Absolutely terrible. Like getting rid of Durant so early. The fact that I set up on Bronzong and Slowking. Like I beat Slowking 1v1. If he goes Slowking just to get regen. Or Tyrantrum, I'm faster than this. And I get to... And he's Scarf too. Ooh, man. Man, that is bad. But I did make the good call though. I did make the great call of bringing Cresselia to do this. And I knew that I'd be able to put in work if I put HP Fire on it. Just based on what he's been using. So obviously that does suck. There's nothing I can do about that though. Moltres comes out. We're definitely not going to risk a Toxic or Will-O-Wisp. Actually, we have Healing Wish, so we can afford to risk it. Yeah, we can afford to risk this. Because we have Healing Wish, so, and Z Parting Shot. So I can afford to, because he'll go down to Life Orb plus Poison anyway. Or just this, Cresselia. And like I said, I could afford it that. I was able to afford that because I do have Healing Wish and Parting Shot in the back, so. Let's stall out a couple Scalds here. Definitely just stall out a couple of them. Do as much damage as possible with him Power Fire. 32% ain't bad. 32% is not bad at all. I'm gonna go directly into Persian right here because I expect him to rocks. If he goes for Gyro Ball, that's fine, because again, I got the Healing Wish up, which is what I wanted. Well, actually, I get Gator in and I just win, so. Crunch first is the play, because I knock him out, yeah, and Gator just wins. So, like I said, yeah. Obviously, Cresselia put in work. The misses absolutely sucked, but that is what happens when you use Head Smash and Durant, unfortunately. But like I said, I knew Gator could win in the late game anyway. And Sacking Persian was the best play because if he got up rocks, I went for Taunt and then Z Parting Shot. And then I brought back in Cresselia. I had Healing Wish Shaman in the back. I'm glad I made the right call there. And obviously I got lucky, though. I definitely did get lucky. But his team was absolutely devastated by Gator. Especially when his only revenge killer, which was Scarf Tyrantrum, went down. Bronzong always runs Spadef, which is why I took nothing from +2 hidden power fire, even though I was invested. And it just did not go my opponent's way this game. But I'm just glad that I didn't regret the call that I made. In any case, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Of course, feel free to leave a like. And I'll see you guys next time with the next round of RU Open. Goodbye, friends.